onto the track. Favourite, Windy Kate just ahead of Cherubim, but there's only 10 cents between them, and there is a value bet in race 1. Let's get the late mail from Alf Matthews.
A wonderful race to start off such a great day here at Moonee Valley, Cox Plate Day. Number 1, Windy Kate. Well, this has trained on very well. Wasn't beaten all that far and was run off its legs in the early stages over the 1200. Goes to the 1600. It'll get back a little bit, but it won't get all that far back. I've put it on top. It looks absolutely delightful in the mounting enclosure. Number 3, Extreme. I've included it. A little bit of a query. I'm not sure whether it's really settled in 100%. Looks okay, but I'd like to see it next time, perhaps. Nice horse, respected, good effort last start when was forced to cover a bit of ground. Also, number 7 here, very...
Come on. So ladies, you may want to listen up.
Habs and forces. Racing on Sky.
True, 4.39 the penetrometer reading. And they're racing in the first. Extreme jumping okay out of Gibraltar, and Swinging Babe are the first 2 to bounce out. Windy Kate's going back, and Cherubim settling back second last. After covering 150 metres now, out of Gibraltar strikes the lead. Swinging Babe goes with her and sits a neck away, and 2 lengths away then Extreme on the inside. Regal Summer is a well-placed 4th the outside, and then 2 lengths away is Infinity. Cherubim on the rails, and then a length and a half further back is Annie Levy, and a length and a half to Windy Kate last of all. Out of Gibraltar's fired up a little bit, entering the back near the 1,000 metres. She wants to over race and went out by 3, Swinging Babe. 2.5 lengths away then Extreme on the inside of Regal Summer. About 2.5 away then came Cherubim. On the outside of it is Infinity as they run to the 800 turn, and then Annie V and Windy Kate on the inside last of all. Out of Gibraltar coming up the side by 2. Swinging Babe holding down second placing, and third now Regal Summer, with Cherubim getting into the clear on the outside. Extreme right behind them on the rails, and then Infinity feeling the pinch, and Anna V and Windy Kate are the last 2, but they've bunched, and Windy Kate's coming with a strong run. Cherubim raced up wide on the course now, and Cherubim joins Swinging Babe and Isle of Gibraltar. Windy Kate's running on around the outside, and Extreme is responding in the yellow colours and has kicked away ahead of Windy Kate as they corner. Cherubim the leader from Swinging Babe, but Extreme is mowing them down powerfully, and she hits the front. Windy Kate is emerging with her run, but it's Extreme clear. She's out by 2.5. Windy Kate gets up to second, and then Swinging Babe, but it's Extreme streaking clear, and the Gouts wins it again for Hawks. Extreme first, second place into Windy Kate, and third Swinging Babe, and then Annie Levy, followed by Isle of Gibraltar, Cherubim, Regal Summer, and Infinity, who ran off the track, approaching the turn as last in.
Extreme, ridden by Darren Gauci, trained by John Hooks, has got the money in easy style. $4.20 Super Tab. Windy Kate number 1, ridden by Darren Beedman, and Swinging Babe number 5, ridden by Noel Callow, back in third spot. But Extreme takes the first race, as Greg said before the race. Darren Gauci and John Hooks have now combined to win that race, including today, for the last 3 years running.
He showed where he finished, he was a good way in front of the other fellas, but we don't know about these new stock running today. I like 1 to win from 8, 9 0 to Hero, and 10 can...
Explodes, and Wobro hits the front. Here's Clangalang emerging. Clangalang. 3 across the track, fields of Omar, kicked and he's won it. The fire, beat off. Here's the General coming up in the orange colours. Mochassino about to get set. Battled on well in the Maribyrnong trial behind. He could cut them off and lead from out there. Light flashes now. Set. Second on the program, about to break. The youngsters have been pretty well behaved and they're away. The General a little slow to move. Way West jumped all right. Fra Salome flew away from the outsiders, going to come across and be the joint leader with Mari Madeline. Way West on the inside, and the yellow and black is third. Oratorio well placed fourth, and then Mochaccino. A length Lord of Lauriston, 2 lengths the General. Insurgents Find the Cash. 2 lengths further back is Fame and Glory and Fame, and then another 3 lengths away in the field. Then came Light Shine, and then the rack of Aldous Pair, Our Forest and Game Reason through the gap, and Fra Salome trapped out wide. Way West on the inside, and Mari Madeline, they're the 3 leaders. Oratorio's had the beautiful run, and so is Mochaccino in the purple. Next is Insurgents, followed by Lord of Lauriston, and then came the General. They swing the corner now. Mari Madeline takes over the running. Oratorio's coming hard on the outside. Oratorio a big danger now to Mari Madeline, and down the outside is Find the Cash with a brilliant run. Oratorio takes the lead. Find the Cash drives Oratorio. Oratorio wins it from either Find the Cash or Mari Madeline. Close up in fourth was Insurgents. Light Shine made some nice ground, and then came Lord of Lauriston, Way West Weekend, and then too did Fra Salome, followed further back in the field. At the head of the others was the General. Mochaccino, followed well back then by Glory and Fame, and at the end of the field we saw Game Reason and Our Forest. Won the winner, Oratorio, ridden by Luke Curry. Beautiful ride too. He had the pace in front of him to just sit off them in about 4th position. He got to Mari Madeline, who'd taken the lead at the turn. Here's second. 13 Find the Cash has run on, making up good ground. Made a little ground too at Caulfield, but the longer trip, and longer again, as we were going to see Find the Cash shining, no doubt. Nice performance from the second. And third going to Mari Madeline. Showed brilliant pace to be up there, dicing for the lead, and the 2 horses that she went with both dropped out, Way West and Fra Salome, so her effort to hold on to the minor placing was pretty good.
Oratorio, trained by Lee Friedman, ridden by Luke Curry, and the Inside Running boys are in form today. Michael Fraser's best bet of the day won the first race. That was Ike Stream. And Oratorio, Tony Brassell's best bet of the day, has won the second. Now, New Zealand's coming up in 7 minutes. Silky Red Boxer, Floyd Boy, Point Duty and Fog Nabora. 3, 1, 11, 15 are the Sky ratings. Through the market there in New Zealand, Silky Red Boxer is the one they're keen on. $1.80. It's in black figures on the Australian TABs at this point in time. Floyd Boy, number 1, is a danger to be ridden by Hayden Tinsley. Of the rest there, the only other runner under 10 is number 9, Electrico, at $8.60. It's the Trentham Sprint over 1400 coming up in 7 minutes' time. Now on the second race from Moonee Valley, Oratorio number 1, 13 Find the Cash and 12 Mari Madeline. The trifecta $779 on race 2. We stand by for correct weight or otherwise. And that's it for Sky.
Have been beaten, but she's been beaten by a champ in the making.
Lonro, all systems are go now, and Sydney's Thoroughbred Idol raced clear from Grand Army and then to fire, but it's Lonro's George Main Stakes.
But it's Lonro going on in the Hoof Prince of Kingston Town. Lonro by a length and a half, Mummify second, Defire third, Platinum.
Not since 1961 has an odds-on pot been rolled in the Weight for Age Championship of Australasia. Hello and welcome wherever you are to our coverage of Cox Plate Day for the year 2003. In 1961, that was the last time an odds-on pot was beaten in this race. Lonro at prohibitive odds. If Clangalang can upset him, he'll join an elite band who have won the AJC Derby into a Cox Plate, the likes of Bone Crusher, Dulcify, and of course Strawberry Road, the only 3 to have achieved that memorable feat. Right throughout the afternoon, afternoon. We hope to have all of the colour covered off for you. Correct weight is there on the second race I should say, on the card. Alf Matthews is perched up in the mounting yard throughout the afternoon. Alf Matthews, last year we saw a race of a lifetime, Northerly beating the likes of Grandira and Defier. Sunline was there too. What do we have in store this year?
Well, I suppose time will only tell, Brendan, but nevertheless, I doubt whether they can beat the great Lonhro. His record going into this race is simply outstanding. He's a wonderful-looking individual, and we're going to get a close-hand look at him right from where we are in the mounting enclosure. You don't get any closer than this, right to the action pre-race.
Alf, let's take you down to Andrew Bensley now, who's got Greg Barker with him.
Yes, hello to you, Brendan, and down on the track after 2 races, joined by Greg Barker, the track manager. And Greg, after those 2, the jockeys are pretty happy with things.
Yeah, everything's going along really well, Andrew, and the track is rated perfect, I think, at this stage.
And that's what the jockeys are saying too. There's good give in it. It's rated good. What about above us? There's been so much interest in the last 2 or 3 days about the rain that may come.
I just had a look at the radar about 10 minutes ago, and it keeps falling away from us. It's coming down through Sunbury, Melton, but then breaking away, which is perfect at this stage. But let's hope it stays away for another 3 or 4 hours. It'll be great.
Exactly. Good crowd rolling in at this stage. You've had a pretty good week. Everything's rolled along okay.
Yeah, we've had the rains on Tuesday and Sunday. We had a little bit on Thursday that we didn't want, but the track's fine. Yeah, everything's worked out really great.
Cross the fingers, cross everything. Good luck, Greg.
Cheers. Thank you.
Let's hope for no rain, Brendan.
OK, Andrew, New Zealand's not far off, and that correct weight on race 2 here, 1, 13, 12 and 4. Quaddy legs today, races 6, 7, 8 and 9. Unitab first force on races 6, 7 and also race 9. First force, all races in New South Wales. All of those details, plenty more ahead. Let's head across the Tasman. Details on screen for Rosehill's first race on the card. The 2-year-olds are going around in the Schwepper-Vessens Lifestyle Plate. New Zealand will follow, but there's the full market at Rosehill Gardens for the first. Value bet information today. You'll see the pink V on your corner. You can also subscribe to the SMS text service where it is delivered to your mobile phone. Details through the Sky Channel website. Value bet gave us the Quinella in the first race at...
And the field in the Schwepper-Vessens Lifestyle Plate is set for action. Racing now, Matador dwelt, missed it a half length. Other than that, not a bad break, and Jolie going very quickly from a wide alley is the leader. Second posse is Anchoret over on the inside, Chalky, and Matador improving. Flying Firebird pratted wide out. 2 lengths Annie Sue, and then Chamber of Secrets and Broad Spectrum is last. Onto the side they travel, down past the 700, and Jolie booted away. 2.5 Anchoret, a length to Chalky. 1.5 to Matador around Flying Firebird by the 600. 2 lengths Broad Spectrum, and then Chamber of Secrets, and Annie Sue has dropped out last. They're beginning the run around the corner, and Jolie by 2 lengths on Anchoret. Again Matador moving up on the inside, Chalky being ridden along, and then Flying Firebird momentarily held up for a run as they reach the 300, and Jolie a length and a half. Anchoret, Chalky is starting to warm up. Anchoret racing greenly, hampered Flying Firebird, who had to switch inside it. Matador struggles, but Jolie still the leader. 100 to go. Jolie a length and a half on Chalky, but Jolie has simply run them into the ground. Flying Firebird getting home well, but it's Jolie winning it from either Chalky or Flying Firebird. And a photo for Anchoret in company with Matador from Chamber of Secrets, and then Annie Sue, and last in was Broad Spectrum. Jolie, Too Good, number 8, written by Danny Beasley, has led from start to finish in the first of the day. There was very good support for Jolie on debut here behind Colate, the stablemate, and that run obviously has done her the world of good. And the daughter of Armadale and Bonnie Miss has been able to salute in the first of the day. Raced by G. Altamonte, M. Severino, G. Severino and Astrati races in the Hasna colours, trained by Jack Denham, ridden by Dan Beasley, number 8 winning it. Number 6 is run second, that is Chalky by Way of Light from Raspberry Fool, Alan Denham, Robert Thompson. And number 7, the third Flying Firebird is by Stravinsky from Herini, Graham Rogers and Ron Stewart. And number 3, Matador, was the official 4th. So it's 8, 6, 7 and 3, and the tote divvy's coming up now. And the winner, number 8, has paid in New South Wales $8.30 and $2. Number 6 $1.10, number 7 $1.50. Quinella $12.40, Exacta $31.30. The trifecta $78.80. The first 4 paid $208.50, and the time is coming up now. It's 1:04.30. 1:04.30. It's outside Chavog's class record. Runners beginning to parade for the third race on the card. It's due to go in 9 minutes. What does it take to win a Cox Plate, Alf Matthews? What is the secret ingredient? Perhaps your special guest can help us out.
Well, this is one guy that really does know how to win a Cox Plate. Must be fond memories in years gone by, Greg.
That's right, Alf. Sunline. I've ridden her in the last 4 Cox Plates, and
Gate 6. I've also included number 3 here, Bella Corona. Well, this has travelled down beautifully from
Valley. Set to go. Racing at the 1200, a beautiful dispatch too, and the first 2 break the line. Carlton Spirit also beginning very quickly is Bella Corona, and Legally Bay is up third, followed by Carly 1, Dilly Dally, Harley Mark, Crown Princess wide, a length and a half further back in the field. Northern Rose over on the outside of Quite Astute, running around the 800 metres turn. Slice of Paradise has gone back to last, and Bit of Knowledge next to last. Carlton Spirit by 2.5, Legally Bay, Bella Corona 1 to Dilly Dally, nicely placed fourth, followed by Carly, a length and a half to Harley Mar on the inside of Crown Princess, and 3 lengths to Northern Rose. They're followed then by Hard Ridden, Quite Astute on the inside on the yellow colours, and then Bit of Knowledge and Slice of Paradise. In the run to the home turn, Carlton Spirit from Legally Bay, Dilly Dally looms large on the outside. Bella Corona, Hard Ridden just behind them on the inside, and then Harley Mar and Crown Princess into the straight now, and Dilly Dally strode up with purpose around the turn, and she dashed to the lead. She's looking good. Bella Corona racing into second, placing from Carlton Spirit. Legally Bay can't go on, but Dilly Dally's 3 lengths in front. She's got it 1, and it's Dilly Dally scoring brilliantly by over 2 lengths to Bella Corona, a half head to Legally Bay. Next to finish, Northern Rose, awakening Carlton Spirit, and they were followed by Crown Princess, Slice of Paradise, Harley Mar, and further back in the race to finish then was Bit of Knowledge. Towards the end is Quite Astute and Akali. Wasn't she travelling a long way from home? Number 2, Dilly Dally, unbeaten in her 2 runs at Moonee Valley, has clocked 1:10.7. Most authoritative victory, $3.30 and $1.40. Bella Corona running second. Number 3, ridden by Darren Beedman, $3.10. Great place, Divvy. And Legally Bay in third place, $1.60. Look to have every chance. Numbers are 2, 3 and 1 in 110.7. She was beautifully placed right throughout the running of the race. Genuine speed in it. She was able to sit off them, and she fairly cantered to the leader, Carlton Spirit, around the turn. Legally Bay was actually one of the first to put up distress signals when she came near to the turn, and she's been a battling third. Carlton Spirit weakening on the rails, just enabling her to get into that third place. Northern Rose running on nicely, wasn't a bad performance at all, but honours are completely with the winner. Officially $3.30 and $1.40. Second, Bella Corona $3.10, and Legally Bay paying one.
Shorter than Derby Parade in the ring, so he's been well tried. The Kembla Grange horse Watevi, 2 runs back from a spell. Magical Flight, Parasang to move in first of the day, won by number 8 Jolie, led all the way. 2 nippy for her rivals, beat 6 Chocky, 7 Flying Firebird and 3 Matador. Parasang down from Warhope moves up. Super Irish inclined to get up on the hind legs, is back on all fours, and they're ready for a start. Second of the day, 1400. No, Super Irish again spoiling a chance. The Ranvet Power Formula handicap it is. Gates are back and they're off. Magical Flight dwelt, missed it about 3/4 of a length. At actually the first to leave the machine, Canadian Bunny from Derby Parade. Watevi, the heavily backed horse, is moving up on the outside to lead now. And at the end of 250, it's Watevi from Canadian Bunny. By the same token, there's not much speed on, and Canadian Bunny is pulling its way through to shade Watevi. Third, Derby Parade. Fourth is Super Irish, followed by Prince of Ashes, Magical Flight, Overload, and Parasang is last. On the first corner they travelled, and heading along to the 850. And Canadian Bunny is keen to run. It's about 2 lengths nearly on What TV. Third Derby Parade around Super Irish, and then Prince of Ashes on the outside of Magical Flight. Overload second last. On its inside is Parasang. This is the order. A slowly run race this is. And at the 600 now, Canadian Bunny given a bit more rain. Leads a length and a half What TV. 2 lengths Derby Parade getting onto the back of What TV. Super Irish inside Derby Parade. And then Magical Flight, Prince of Ashes, Overload, and Parasang is last into the straight. And What TV raced up on the outside to go to the lead. Derby Parade is coming after it. Super Irish switching back to the inside, and dropping off is Canadian Bunny as they come down past the 200. And What TV in front from Derby Parade, and Super Irish battling on once it got a clear crack at them. What TV still the leader. Derby Parade and Super Irish can't pick up What TV, and What TV's going to land a big plunge here. What TV has beaten Super Irish and Derby Parade from Overload and Prince of Ashes. Canadian Bunny and Parasang, and last of all Magical Flight.
What TV collects the cash, and a big move as mentioned by Ian Craig. Ronnie Stewart for Stephen Hill. 5, 7 and 6 favoured runners across the line, first, second and third. Morfordville, we're only 3 minutes off. Latest call of betting, not much change as far as the favourites concerned. The Ben Claridge ride, there is support at longer odds. Exalted Privilege. Now, Moonee Valley on course, it's Elvstrom ahead of Kempinski. Kempinski's big unders the tote at the moment. Third pick in betting on course is clearly Canny Opera. Then equal fourth picks are Mr. O'Hara and also Charmview. Let's whip through these, Alf, with not too long until the next race from Morfordville, the top weight, Elvstrom. You've always had a high opinion of this 3-year-old.
Still have, and can't go past him. He looks great.
Number 2 is Kempinski, and punters are saying it's the only danger.
Classic looking horse. I don't think that's the case. Looks well.
The mail around that Canny Opera is nearing another win. It doesn't win often though, number 3.
Unfortunately, he doesn't. However, is the pick of the yard.
Number 4 is Mr. O'Hara, a horse that's been easy on course and unders the tote.
Yeah, Chirumban was a little bit disappointing earlier in the day, and this horse finished second behind it. It's trained on okay, but yeah, the form's dropping off.
The Carbine Lodge team always well prepared. Number 5, Donington. It's been kept safe in betting, $14.60 the tote.
And I tell you what, ran a very cheeky race behind Our Court at Flemington. Our Court made the form look okay too. Would not surprise, looks rock hard fit.
The 2 outsiders are number 6, Batiro, which is at big odds, Alf.
He's been disappointing, number 6, Batiro. He's got blinkers on. Yeah, it may help him, I doubt it.
Number 7's also at long odds, the one we're looking at now, Life's a Bounty.
And has the blinkers off, and I wouldn't think it's up to this class.
High Ransom, number 8, is massive overs the tote. It's double figure odds well and truly on course, but at $45, big value.
Very big value. Just looks as if he's carrying a little bit of weight. It'll be interesting, the distance here of 2040. That could be the query.
And can the filly upstage them? Charmview, number 9.
It looks a filly that will run the trip right out and has dappled up and looks very well. I will be including it.
And Charmview is at $17 big overs compared to what they're betting on course. Now, interim details, Rosehill on 5, 7 and 6. Listed on screen, the race time 1:24.04. Trackside to Morfordville, it's good afternoon to Hilton Donaldson.
It's Carla Charm. Thank you, Brendan. Good afternoon to you. These runners are coming in on what is a very wet day in Adelaide now.
So they're ready for the AAMI Vase. Set, they're racing. Elvstrom and Kempinski both jumped all right. High Ransom straight out the back. Canny Opera shows a little pace today. Down towards the inside, Mr. O'Hara was well away. Down towards the judge, some surprise front runners here, including Canny Opera and Elvstrom, who's travelling wide. Batiro racing erratically, throwing his head about losing ground. And Mr. O'Hara leads for only a short time because Elvstrom, in a change of tactics, is running to the lead now. In third is Canny Opera, right on the pace. A length Kempinski, fourth the outside. Then Batiro, Life's a Bounty, Charmview, Donington, and back last is High Ransom. Up the side they race at the 1400. Elvstrom not wanting to cross over, leading from Mr. O'Hara. Canny Opera only a length and a half away. He's being followed by Batiro, the inside, and then Kempinski in the red colours. Charmview on the rails in the orange, followed by Life's a Bounty, and then Donington on the outside of High Ransom. Elvstrom now strode to the lead into the back, and he's done it pretty well through the first part of the race. First half, he's done it easily, I'd say. Elvstrom Elvstrom by 2 lengths to Canny Opera. Mr. O'Hara's third on the inside, 2 lengths away is Kempinski. Then came Batiro fifth the inside, followed by Life's About It, Charm View. Donington is second last, and last of all is High Ransom. They make the turn at the 800. This couldn't have had an easier run in front. Elvstrom by 1 1/4, Canny Opera. Mr. O'Hara third. Now Kempinski easing out to have a crack at the front runner. He's coming with his run, followed further back Batiro. Life's About It. Donington hooks out, Charm View held up, and High Ransom run off his legs. Elvstrom is being tackled quickly by Kempinski. They really clap on the pace, and the two favoured runners go together. Canny Opera's hard ridden. Mr. O'Hara and Life's About It come with runs. Elvstrom, I don't think he's asked for the supreme run yet, Payne. On his outside, Kempinski. The two favourites cornering together. What a great battle this is, and they've broken away from Life's About It. Elvstrom the inside, Kempinski on the outside. They're going hammer and tong. What a ripper finish. 100 to go. Kempinski the outside. Elvstrom won't refuse to surrender. He's coming back. Kempinski just had the nose in front and just wins though from Elvstrom. And they were 5 lengths in advance of Life's About It. Mr. O'Hara, Canny Opera and Charm View, High Ransom, Long Break, Batiro and Donington. That was like a world title fight. They just traded blows from the 500 metre mark. And in the end, it's been Kempinski who has just proved the better on the day. Elvstrom fighting back tremendously. They have run slow time, 2:7.1. And it turned into a sprint home in which Kempinski, with that lightning move, he just joined him in the blink of an eye, and then it got down to a slugfest for 300 metres. They might just fight the Derby out the same way, although I suppose the likes of Noble Red and Penitentiary will be having their say on the big day.
What a thrilling battle that was, Kempinski and Elvstrom. And look at this, they level out for an amazing battle. And Andrew Bensley, how was that for the owner, Walter Altieri?
Mick Price has dashed straight off to celebrate. What about Walter Altieri, who's the manager of all the owners? How about that, mate?
I'm up on Pluto at the moment. So
you went right off here because your horse found plenty in the straight.
Well, plenty by an nostril. So he done well. Guts. Yeah. That's what it takes.
Well, this is really why you purchased the horse. He showed a bit of guts.
He looked gutsy at the beginning. He looked gutsy now. He'll look gutsy in the future. He's got what it takes.
He's got what it takes. 7 days from today, lining up in a derby. This is a fairy tale so far, Walter.
Yeah, it was a big gamble, as people say. Maybe it might be paying off.
I hope it pays off more for you next week. Go and enjoy it, Walter.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
Walter Altieri, Brenny's only got tears in his eyes, but I reckon he'll have them next week if the horse can win the derby.
It gives you a pat on the shoulder too, and what a buzz when you fork out so much. $800,000 yearling, a son of Trista Love. The pressure's there. What a good pressure race the last half mile, Alf.
A wonderful performance by Kempinski, and take nothing away from Elvstrom. I thought Kempinski was in a little bit of trouble, was forced to cover a bit of ground around the first corner. Kieran then was able to get in, and then he eased out. I thought, oh no, have you done it too early? However, it wasn't, which probably adds merit to him actually running further, as well as Elvstrom. He had to take up the running, which did in fact surprise me. A few did throw themselves around back behind him, like horses like Batiro, and a few others are disappointing.
Two of our best riders, Patrick Payne and Karen McAvoy, singling out for an amazing 2-horse duel in the AAMI Vase. And that is the first of our big feature races as we look at the inside action again. 2 classic riding styles, Patrick Payne and on the outside, Karen McAvoy. Have a look at these guys settle it out for a great battle. Larry Olsen at Doomben, riding style supreme here. What you Let's check the latest call of betting details as we leave Doomben behind and they head out at Rosehill Gardens. 6 minutes off, let's get some late mail.
Race 3 here, Rosehill Gardens, numbers 2, 1, 3 and 4. Look, she's a genuine filly, this. Silk.
And they're all ready to go. First to Jolie, second to Wativi. And they're off in the third of the day. Dane's Jester jumps swiftly from the inside. Silken Money away pretty well, and the same for the favourite. And our third a glimpsing, she's pratted wide. Ms. Nichols up looking for the lead, and not far away is Vickers' Daughter. Length and a half further back, and the run comes at this stage on the inside. And that is losing a little bit of ground as they sort themselves out. Tabler on its outside, about a half length away, Baron Joey byways from Volker Spray, and last of all is All the Better past the 600, and the leader Dane's Jester out by a length or so on Ms. Nichols. Third is at this stage coming around the corner, Silken Money. Oh, very, very wide goes